Brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
Yeah, my wife and I have been married for about 3 years now. And we decided when we got pregnant with our first kid that she'd be a stay-at-home mom. I was able to financially support that. All was well. And then a year into our marriage, when she stopped working, found out she had about $60,000 in student debt.
Ooh.
That she was paying on. So
that's awkward, huh?
Yeah. So with that being said, it's a private loan, and we're 3 years into our marriage, second kid's here. Just bought a house because it was cheaper to do so than renting with where we're at. And now I'm kind of feeling the push and pull of having her get a job because what was a 2% interest rate is now a 10% interest rate because it's a variable loan. And she co-signed on that loan with her mom. So feeling a bit of obligation to keep these payments up and active, even though it's pulling quite a bit from our monthly income.
Hey, bro, you're playing at the periphery here. This isn't the main issue. The main issue is the woman you dedicated your life to and said I do to lied to you and had a huge debt, and you were making decisions and y'all were moving full steam ahead with one version of your life, not knowing there was another version. Have you dealt with that? We call it financial infidelity around here, and we use that level of that depth of language because it's that serious.
Yeah.
Have you dealt with it?
Have y'all dug into that?
Yeah, we're working on it. So, it's been 2 years now since this came to light.
Why did you go buy a house on top of that then?
Well, with our second kid, we were paying about $1,500 a month for a 2-bedroom apartment, and now our mortgage is only $1,400.
Yeah, but you traded $100 a month for what?
Yeah, we were wanting to upsize.
There you go. That's what you wanted. Yeah, and you came up with a math problem that achieved what you wanted. Here's the deal. Y'all are not trafficking in reality. You're just not.
Okay.
And until you get to the bottom of, okay, we have a new $60,000 debt we have to pay off because your mother-in-law is not going to pay it off. And It's 10%, which is a astronomical rate. And
yeah, pretty gnarly.
Yeah. So I don't know that you can afford for your wife to stay at home because of the choices she made and then lied about to you. Mm-hmm. And now y'all have set yourself further back by having a home because y'all want to continue to perpetuate this fantasy. You can't afford this house, but you got it. And so now you got it. And so y'all have to make some hard decisions in the short term, especially for the next few years, and rewrite this ship. Right now, y'all are taking on water, and you're just pretending that you're not, and you are. You're taking on water relationally. You're taking on water in your trust. You don't trust her as far as you can see her. And then you're taking on water with the finances, man. And you had this picture of this stay-at-home mom, these 2 kids, this house, and you barred your way to it, but you're in a mess.
So, Josh, this happened 2 years ago, and you call us today. Glad you called us, by the way. We want to dive into this. But John's making a very, very good point here. I think you're at the end of your rope or pretty darn close to it. You decided to call us today. This is 2 years ago, and you chuckled when John pressed you. So I'm just kind of repeating back to you what we're seeing here. So where is this deal? Is she not willing to go back to work? Is there still a huge amount of tension in this? Give us the real where you stand today before you dialed the phone number.
Yeah, so I've been kind of pressing her to find employment again and start working again.
And how's that going?
It's been pretty lackadaisical for the past 6 months.
Yeah, so you don't trust her, and then now you're really frustrated at her because she's not pulling her weight, in your opinion, to help out with this undisclosed rock that she revealed around your neck.
Right.
Okay.
Are you talking to her when you sit down with her? Are you talking to her in financial terms? hey, we have this many bills and we have this much money. I need you to get a job that makes this much money. Or have you talked to her about, hey, we have to build a new marriage because one we had was a farce. It wasn't real.
Mm.
And we have to build something new. And part of building something new is reestablishing trust together. And here's what I'm going to need to trust you again. I need you to be on the same team with me and build something new together. And there's a financial component to that, but I'm terrified that we're going to keep drowning in this mess. But if you just keep approaching her with a spreadsheet, how are you talking to her about this?
Very like futuristic, because I want to be debt free as soon as possible, and trying to get on the same, like, hey, we have things we can look forward to, but this is like a ball and chain, this $60,000. So,
but she doesn't feel that, does she?
No, not at all.
She thought so little of that $60,000, she didn't even bother to tell you about it.
Yeah, it's almost like, Josh and John, it's a question for both of you here. Did she withhold that intentionally, or was it just literally a, well, whatever?
Well, when she started staying at home, we had like switched our finances to a local bank, and then I started seeing these automatic withdrawals of $500-$600 a month. And I confronted her about it. And then that's when it came to attention that this is my student loan.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, did she do this intentionally? Or do you think it was lax, just kind of a, well, whatever, I don't even worry about it, so I don't bring it up?
Yeah, I don't think it was intentional.
What do you think? I feel like it is.
Dude, you can't hide $60,000 to a guy who's like intent on being debt-free. Right? I think you came in and you're like, dude, I'm never going to borrow money. We're going to be debt-free. And she went, whoopsie-doo.
That's what I think.
And got quiet about it. And maybe she didn't outright lie and say, I don't have any debt either. But she sure didn't say, well, hey, I've got a $60,000 rock on a chain around my neck.
All right, Doc, that music means we got to hurry. What are you prescribing here?
I think he's got to sit down and be real honest with her. I think he needs to take 24 hours and write down what he's scared about, and write down how angry he is and how much he doesn't trust her. And then with compassion, he has to sit down and say, here's where we really are. Will you build something new with me? And hope she says yes.
Yeah. And Josh, I'm not clinically trained, but I got a lot of common sense. And that last question we went through with you is, you got to start to acknowledge that you feel like she did lie to you, and you need to stop covering that up so you can heal from it with what John is saying you need to do.
Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.